What's going on? Zach Adelstein here with Daily Edge Sports, bringing you another college football video. Today, going to be going over to the Thursday night slate for October 9th. Filming this on Wednesday afternoon. It's an exciting day for football. We have football for 49 straight days until the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. It's like the 25th of November. Getting into all the Conference USA stuff, all that Maction, Sun Belt, Fun Belt. This is the best time of year. Really is. October really is a great month for football, great month for all sports. Hockey started last night. Basketball's right around the corner. We got Major League Baseball playoffs in full swing. So yeah, just a great time for sports. Great time to join Daily Edge Sports. Putting out winning slips every week. Uh, had some really nice edges this past week in college football. Had another good week. Pro football is going off. The NFL is going crazy. Um, have a few staff members, a few people putting out stuff for hockey. Basketball is about to get in full swing where we really attack it, and our tools really get to shine. Especially for Prize Pick. That Prize Pick Demon and Goblins tool, man, just gives you the best things to pair. You have a nice play that you like, pair it with some of those top goblins, and to just win. They make you money. They really do win slips. So if you haven't gone over there yet, be sure to get on over to Daily Edge Sports, try it out, see what we have. But yeah, let's get going on this Thursday night slate. We have a nice Thursday night slate for college football. Um, Usually it's just a few games. We have four games coming up on Thursday night. Uh, Louisiana Tech at Kennesaw State. We have ECU going to Tulane, Southern Miss going to Georgia Southern, and then it's Jacksonville State going to Sam Houston. So nice four-game slate. Obviously, none of the big hitters on there, but just a fun slate if you want to get away from, don't want to watch the Giants, don't want to watch that same old, don't want to have to go to Amazon Prime to stream the game, which is really a pain. Just a nice four-game slate here to really get some props out too. Um, have some stuff I really like right now, some stuff we're going to kind of hit as we go, and look for an edge as the day goes on, as tomorrow, as more things drop, and go from there. Have a little three-man I want to put out. So yeah, let's get going. Gonna be a lot of rushing yards on this one. First place I'm gonna look is Jeffrey Pittman. Bring him up. Kind of has had an up and down year. Kind of his rushes kind of resemble his volume. Didn't do a ton against that Mississippi State. Had a big game against Jacksonville State. Didn't do a ton against App State, and then that was Jackson State, excuse me, and had a big game against Jacksonville State. He's been up and down this season, but he's definitely the lead back. The quarterback can run too, so that kind of takes most volume. Those games you see that are a little bit lower, other running backs were even lower. They didn't get a ton of volume either. Last week, he did have a season high 18 carries and a big win over Jacksonville State. He's getting Georgia Southern here. Georgia Southern is a team that is dead last in the FBS in yards allowed per carry. They're 136. They allow over 7.2 yards per rush this season. They're allowing a ton of yards. They are not a good run defense. They're very bad, and that's what we're doing, playing against them. FBS leading rushers this year. Hear this out. FBS leading rushers against Georgia Southern this year. 167 yards, 167 yards, 120 yards, 151 yards. I'm just hitting the more button there. Like, Georgia Southern cannot stop the run. They can't stop the run. This is something, if you're brave, you want to, you can ladder it a little bit. Goes down to 24 and a half. I think you could take that for 2x if you find something you really like to pair with it. Goes all the way up to 90 yards. Pittman does have a season high of 80 yards this year, so you might want to be careful there. But we just showed you what can happen. Biggest thing against Pittman is he does have a quarterback that can run. So you have to keep that in mind. But he can take off here, and if he can get 15, 18 carries here against a team that's allowing 7 yards per carry, he could put up 100 yards. Definitely in the realm of possibility. So this is definitely a play I really, really like on the slate. Another play I really, really like on the slate. These are the two plays I really like. I think it's a great pair. We are doing a three-man here. But the second play I really like is Blake Baker. Look at this. Blake Baker is kind of a interesting situation. If you look down, really weird kind of situation. You got to take out that Tulsa game from last year. Hadn't played since then until he played LSU on September 6th this year. He was in a quarterback to start the year with Trey Kuluk, I believe is his name. He lost that quarterback battle. Kuluk started the year, did not have a good game first week. They both played week 2 against LSU. Kind of split the snaps. Kuluk had more snaps. Week 3, they come out against New Mexico State. Kuluk gets hurt early in the game. Baker takes off, runs for over 100 yards, has a decent game. Since then, he had 29 yards against Southern Miss and negative 10 yards against UTEP. He's been in the two starts that he's been sacked 7 times. He obviously hasn't gone over this number. He has 3 turnovers last game against UTEP. Kulik got hurt that game in week 3. He's back. He hasn't played since September 13th. Expected to play here. I think this is going to be a split situation. They are not pricing this as a split situation right now. This is priced as Blake Baker is good to go. It's been reported by the coach. It's been reported by beat writers that Kulik should be back this week. He's been on the sidelines the last 2 weeks. He's been warming up pregame the last 2 weeks. After Baker had that 3 turnover game, I think they were going to do what they can to get Kulik back on the field. I don't really love that. This is a decent matchup. Kennesaw State's not the best defense against, or is not the worst defense against the pass, not the best defense against the pass. They're pretty good against quarterback runs, even if Baker goes this whole game. They have 10 sacks on the year. They have only allowed one quarterback this year to go over this line, and that was Robbie Ashford. Robbie Ashford is a running back. He's not a quarterback, no matter what anyone tells you for Wake Forest. So, he can throw the ball. He's decent throwing the ball, but he's a much better runner than he is a passer. And he only had 42 yards. He didn't blast over this line. So this is just a spot where, I am fading Blake Baker, and I'm hoping that he doesn't get a full run here. He should not get a full run based on what everybody's reporting. And even if he was, I think this number is too high. Last place we're going to go here. So we're going to go over there. Again, these are my favorite 2 plays. Got Jeffrey Pitman, who did he just move? They just took his line off the board. We'll put this for now. They usually come back with it pretty quick. We'll put it at 39.5. I'm going to see what it jumps to. But I think you can take this up to about 60. Not even worry about it. And then, like I said, I think this is the line you can ladder. Last place we're going to go on this here. We're going to go to Hunter Watson. Hunter Watson had a big week 1 against Western Kentucky. Last year, he ran the ball a lot. Then he kind of flopped. He's had some decent rushing games, but he's getting sacked all the time. He has at least 2 sacks in every game this year. This is the worst team in college football, I think. They've lost every game by at least 17 points this year. They have the second worst offense, according to PFF. They're just not good. They're not playing a good team in Jacksonville State, but they're just not good at all. Watson's been sacked 11 times this season. Average for 5 yards a sack. He has some big sacks too. He just runs backwards sometimes, which really helps us under here. He's not gone over this line since week 1. Last week he had a seasonal low 7 rushes. This is a game that I think Sam Houston might be in, but I think they're going to have to throw the ball to be in this game. So I just think that this number is way too high. He's not going to run the ball as much, and it's just he's trended downwards. We want to hit a guy when he's down. This number is pretty high. I think it's going to come down. So that's something we're going to watch. Let's see if this has come back yet. Not yet. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's go back over this. We have Blake Baker under 33.5 rush yard. I put more under 33.5 rush yards. He's not going to play the full game. He's gonna, he should come out, and even if he does, this number is too high. We have Jeffrey Pitman. He was sitting at 55.5 rush yards. We're going to keep an eye on that to pop back up. Usually it does pretty quick. But Jeffrey Pitman, 55.5. I do think you can ladder this. I think that 70 yards is definitely attainable. I think 90 yards is in the realm of possibilities. If you want to ladder it, obviously put less of your chips on top, more on the bottom. But the other place we're going is Hunter Watson under 37.5 rush yards. But that's what we got for Thursday night. It's nice to have a nice Thursday night slate out. Gonna have some nice weekday slates. I'm really excited for. I love action. Maction and Sunbelt Funbelt are the best times of the year. Come on over. If you haven't been there yet, come on over to Daily Edge Sports. We're waiting for you. We're ready to give you all the winning slips, all the winning tools, and we will see you soon. We'll have more of these this week.